Batia! Batia! Look what! Look what! The ball! Down your time now! Down your buffalo! So! So! Samoa! Kako kako kau. Ia kau makua kau. Ia pai e mapai. Samoa, kako kiko ia tavale. Samoa! Oa ele toa! Oa! Samoa!
There, Gordon Chan Kumatong and Mikey Lewis just setting the tone head to head. A shirt, of course, placed there in the honour and the name of Inga Twigamala, who was huge here. Let's have a look at this England team, though. Extremely strong. Herbie Farmouth and Tom Young returning as the NRL stars. Plenty of quality through the spine. Harry Smith and George Williams in particular. And Victor the Inflictor is that loose forward. As for Samoa, well, there are only two players who survived from that huge semi-final, but they've got so much quality in this team. And in Roger Tuivasa-Sheck, genuine X-factor, rubber-legged runner, and in Jerome Luai and Anthony Milford, well, that is the brains trust for this team, bolstered by a huge pack. So Liam Moore gets the nod for the match official's job on this one, ably supported by Jack Smith, with Cameron Worsley and Marcus Griffiths as his touch judges. So while we wait for the ball to be placed on the tee and us to get underway, the likes of Roger Tuivasa-Sheck, Jonathan Davies, Brian Noble, they're going to be so key, aren't they? And they have actually helped to draw a sense of occasion to this. Big nickname players, big games.
Well, if they weren't, they are now, after that wonderful performance. That's raised the emotional levels, but it's about the people that settle down the most. And they're talking about the half-backs to steer both teams into the part of the field early on in this game to get them going.
What makes it exciting is a fight. Look at the two lineups. There's so much ability there, so much power there. You know, this could be a classic game. You talk about revenge. It's all about the here and now for England. And Samoa, you know, they don't want to come here. They have raised their profile, and they want to keep their profile and ranking up there.
So here we go. Samoa to kick us off. England, Samoa. International Test Series for 2024. The men and their campaign about to get underway as Tuivasa-Sheck is almost drilled that one a little short. Bateman will take the first carry for England. Jonathan Davies, Brian Noble, how do you see this one playing out? How do you see the big battles? Where's it got to be won?
Well, I think England are going to try and take a bit of juice out of this Samoan team, because they're full of energy, they're full of athleticism. You saw the size. It was like an episode of Peaky Blinders that they faced off at the start there. And so they're going to want to create some field position and kick the ball real down, but they've got to overcome this avalanche of energy from Samoa.
Yeah, we saw the discussions about, you know, who's going to play at 7. I think Hardy Smith got the nod on his kicking game, on his You know, his ability to marshal a side around the field. I'm sure they want to turn the big Samoan pack around and make them the coming distances. But in every game, you know, crucial game I've seen this year, it's all come to discipline and giving field position up. You cannot afford to be, you know, have poor discipline.
So England's first set rattled through in rapid fire time. Samoa get their first touch of the ball as they look to spring forward with Dean Mariner. Big raps on him.
They'd be happy Samoa with that first defensive set. You know, he had a kick from way within his own half, Harry Smith.
And that kicking game that you talked about is going to be very key. So Milford, attack launched down the middle here by Samoa. Inside their own half, it's those wingers getting involved again. Skelton it was that time.
Yeah, they're very narrow in attack, Samoa at the moment. There's not much going to be happening. They're just going to play the percentages, you know, take the ball up and get good field position and really try and pressurise them defensively.
Luai with the kick. Dom Young underneath this for England. If you give him a sniff, he's got the pace, he's got that long stride to get away, but Samoa are very quick into the tackle.
Well, early on, both teams working really hard in and around the ruck, and it's footwork that's going to damage it. We saw a little footwork there. We saw the same from the Samoan team, so energy at the forefront here. Probably both teams concentrating on trying to pressurise the opposition.
Outside backs being used. They've got pace, they've got skill and footwork, and they've got themselves a penalty here, England.
Yeah, poor penalty though. You know, no need at all, and that will give England, you know, the first opportunity field position of the game.
There's Sean Wayne in the box. Lee Breers alongside him. That's a fine brains trust. Sean Wayne looking on, wanting his side to show the mettle and morale required to win this test match. Havard. Only his second test for England, but won plenty of trophies as part of the Wigan side on his home turf here this afternoon. Clark to Williams, now Matty Lees. It's not often he gets cheered at Wigan as a Saints player.
Hold to the side.
England moving forward with some promise. Smith, back to Victor Radley.
Free, move, or no!
Arcing forward now into dangerous territory within that Samoa half of the field. Williams looking to step his way through.
Move, Terrell, hold.
England on the cusp of the 10.
Hold him, mate. Go 4.
Now Clark out to Smith. Oh, short ball bounces back into England hands.
Knock on, wasn't it?
Yeah, knock on. It's an interesting defensive style. I'm watching
Scrum, mate, what do you want?
Tuvasacek, just he's in the line so much, you know, he defends really flat. He's not an early kick. You know, they could put themselves in severe danger because they are so tight, they're so close defensively.
Well, both Williams and Smith will be looking at the position of Sheck, and understanding where he is and he isn't, and that will dictate to which side the ball goes for this England team, because they will look to exploit that.
Decent crowd in here at the Brick Community Stadium. Ben Gardner there, the Samoa coach, came in on the back of Matt Parrish's work, taking the nation to a World Cup final. He's had a bit of a rebuilding job, and persuading Tuvasacek and Nanai to take up Samoan allegiance is a big thing. Tavanga then here for Samoa. Can they work their way through under pressure? It's Terrell May, who is a real impact player for the Roosters this season, the teammate of Dom Young's. I'm going to sniff out some space.
Hold! Release!
On that far side that time, Sean Blaw. England dealing with the meteor work from Samoa here.
Hold Ethan, hold now, don't shoot, goal 5.
Last tackle. Milford tasked with the kick.
Saves him, he saves him.
And at the back, Matty Ashton, he's another player that you do not want to leave a gap for.
He's got some serious wheels. He's had some serious players in the Super League this year, hasn't he?
He has been immense, hasn't he? You know, took so much work on for Warrington, taking the ball out, and what an amazing finisher.
Hands out, hold!
Yeah, he's got gas to burn. Here we go. Engaging the line, the captain, George Williams.
Hold! Release now!
Smothering work from Samoa.
Contribution, goal 3, shortened it.
It was Harry Newman that time, wasn't it, who took that carry?
Yeah, the outside backs are contributing, getting England out of their own half here.
Goal 4, let's go.
A couple of dummy half carries, and then watch out for this fella.
Yeah, Darryl Clark.
How good is he?
On the back of that, he's got support flooding forward. Just couldn't promote the ball to Radley. But England in a position here, and they've got a set restart too, so no need to panic.
No need to panic at all now. Full reset on the last tackle.
Hold.
Dan Gardner will be spitting feathers. His team have coughed up the ball like that. Hammered in that time by Matty Lees.
Give me a step back, boys.
Just
Nice and
reckless,
quick.
isn't he, Matty Lees?
No, play it, Matty.
Smashes into the
Goal
line.
2.
England right in position now. Williams. Right, bumps away from the tackle of Asiata. They're loading up here, England.
Move. Hands out.
Close to the line. Options either side. Back to the 10 with Radley. Now Smith shovels it out to Newman.
Still first.
Samoa leaping off the line.
Get back here, Tyrrell.
And just about
Stand up.
stemming England's flow, but they are still within sight of the post. Havard.
5.
Well, here's a proper
Hands out.
set the tone, that wasn't it? Last tackle here for England. Radley to Smith, out to Pierce-Paul. They've got an overlap here. Farnworth!
Easy.
Brilliant from England. Poise, calm and cool, and the execution to go with it. And England hit the front through Herbie Farnworth.
Well, it was brilliant from Smith and Williams. Williams initially trying to probe and get through, and then they get the numbers on this left-hand side. And Farnworth one-on-one. Well, he was 2-on-1 in the end. They just needed to execute the passing sequence right there, and they did.
Yeah, they were chasing. They realised they were short the numbers on the left, and they overchased the ball. And this guy, you can't give him that space. Picks his head up, checks inside. It's a simple run in for him, but so much patience. There's the initial break by Clark, but then they had a reset on the last tackle. But England didn't panic, and they had a set there. And this is the final ball. They go out the back and Radley, and there's a quick pass. Deep extra man, just watch it, over chasing. In he comes with a simple, well-worked England try. Again, it's Milford, and then Milford shoots out the line. And once they get the ball past Milford, they are in big, big trouble. There he goes. Beautiful pass, George Williams as well.
Well, two things there. I think Radley was instrumental right at the start, fixing a couple of people in the middle so that they had the numbers should they execute the pass play. Williams again with a real slick pass to the left, but super from England.
I think the one thing that people don't realise about Harry Smith is he's a great distributor of the ball as well. A beautiful passer, and he squares his shoulders up and he keeps the defence honest. They can't drift off him whatsoever. Gives Bevan French a lot of space.
So Smith
they're almost saving it.
takes a breath, gets himself right. Oh, and he skewed that one, has he? Oh, got that through. There we go. 6 points to 0.
Well, that's Radley, Smith at their best. But they created the numbers on the left-hand side there, and then it was about execution. And Herbie Farnworth won't score an easier try by his standards because he's a world-class centre in his own right, but it's very little to do there.
You'd have seen Milford run up, and he knew that there was no defenders on the inside of him.
Stay behind, boys, please. Stay behind.
Herbie Farnworth, centre of the year, back-to-back in the elite Australian NRL.
And that's what you want, really, isn't it? When you got that, triangle, Williams, Bradley, and Smith there creating the outside space for the outside backs.
Tuivasa-Sheck with another almost squiffy kick.
I don't know what he's doing off the tee. On a shocker.
I think it's Tuivasa-Shank, the shot.
Tuivasa-Shank.
Copyright that one, Brian.
Goal 1.
Well, a couple of things to Samoa for me as well. That they look vigorous. It's not a talent issue his today. It's the discipline issue, I suppose. The 6 again and the penalty gave England the field position. So you don't give a dog a bone, and the coach will be aware of that.
No, you can't. As I said, discipline is so crucial for field position.
Dan Gardner is trying to rebuild this Samoa team. There are a great number of debutants. Dean Mariner, Blaze Talangi once he comes off the bench. Junior Ponga.
There's so many players now playing in the NRL, Samoans. He's going to have hell of a squad to pick from.
Yeah, riches, isn't it? Smith on the last step for England. Skyscraping kick. And England just stood off there for a moment. Tuivasa-Sheck now has a chance to bring the ball clear, and he just managed to slip the clutches of Victor Radley, but not those of Matty Lees. England lead.
So the enthusiasm of England's kick chase there must have been 11, 12 white jerseys in the frame on when the kick landed. So
it actually came off, you know, the English player there. He just came off the left winger. Brilliant. Great chase, great kick though. Ashton, he does so much work off the ball.
Hold out. Goal third.
Yeah, really emerged as a player that's not just a pace merchant. He's rugby IQ, I think, was mentioned in the build-up. He's certainly got that. Matty Ashton. There he is. Gets up once again by Terrell May, who is getting through some work here for Samoa. Last tackle. Tabanga finds Luai. He's trying to make that one a contest over on that far side. Dom Young soars highest. England ball.
Well, the Samoans didn't compete there. Whether they were called offside, I'm not sure, but Young will catch them all day long. They probably targeted the fact that Young may sometimes doesn't come up with the goods, but I think they need to start competing for their kicks.
Yeah, they have to compete for it. You know, that kick was there to compete. It wasn't too far for them.
That'll do. Goal free.
Gerald Skelton didn't get involved, as you say. Farnworth. Already got a try to his name for England.
Move now, hands off that ball.
Grew up in a village in Lancashire, Barrow forward.
5.
And he makes his name in the bright lights of Brisbane these days. Williams for England, the captain.
Ethan, give 10.
Into the corner and taken by Gerald Skelton, whose cousin Will is a Wallaby.
Sorry.
Yeah, I think he's the smaller brother.
He's a big old lock, isn't he?
Will Skelton is ginormous.
2. Move, John!
We featured the start of the show, you know, the Smith-Lewis debate in who should play and who shouldn't play. And I've just seen an example early on there that Coach Wayne pointed out for our viewers is England have a right-footed kicker and a left-footed kicker, so they shouldn't have any problems exiting or getting out of their own half with a kicking game.
Big advantage. Options.
Tabanga gets it away to Tuivasa-Sheck, who tries to leave Smith. Grasping, it's a lovely offload. Tongo is into space. Last one here for Samoa. Milford, he's going to hoist one. This time Skelton might get involved. Ah, it was a perfect cordon provided there by Harry Newman for Dom Young.
Yeah, brilliant Newman there, just stood his ground.
And here goes Ashton, and this is where he's lethal. With those carries out of backfield.
Got 1. 2.
England really pressing their claims in this test match, and they get another penalty. Penalties costing Samoa a bit here.
It's Ashton and it's Newman and it's the presence, the ability to run out of dummy half after Samoa think they've made a good tackle is really troubling them. 2 penalties, and we've mentioned this before, this discipline aspect.
Yeah, they're coping with the pace of them, aren't they?
Wellesby, you know, they've got some real good people with footwork and understand the opportunity and when they should run out of the dummy half area.
Don't re-grip and go back.
So tap on halfway. Clark to Smith. And how Ethan Havard. It's an interesting story. Born in Sofia. Parents were working over there. Dad Kieran, a big rugby league fan.
2.
His schooling at St Pat's.
Trapped in.
As Radley plays it. Clark now for Williams. Turn back on the inside for Bateman.
Move, stay out.
Fine tackle that time from Tabanga and May. Radley takes it to the line. So important to fix defenders, as Brian said before.
Move now.
He's so good at that. He's such a good player, Radley.
Here goes Clark, now to Smith, out of the back for Williams. Lovely hands. Ashton's got plenty to do, and he does it. Matty Ashton. Well, that's a try a game. 4 tries, 4 tests. Superb.
Yeah, I think England have identified maybe a weakness on Samoa's right-hand side and Anthony Milford. They've got to speak to each other better because they just stripped them, and it's the penalty that gives England this opportunity and field position to get the right side of the field, and here they are. There you go.
And Milford again, he is just shot out of the line. He just makes the play for England. Just watch, he's gone in, he takes Farnworth out. And again, they're over-chasing in the corner, and the inside defence is so difficult. Watch him up, he goes for 6. I think he creates the play for England. He's up there so quick. Get down the back there. And he just leaves his co-defenders in big trouble.
He's gone for the lead runner to try and solve a problem that needed help on the inside. But that's cute. That's Smith and that's Williams understanding what he's going to do and what he's not going to do. As soon as they get that back rower or centre leading in the right place, they know they can create an extra number.
They've definitely targeted Arthur Milford, definitely.
So Harry Smith squeaked the last one through. On his home turf. He was a winner against Isaac Dango and Joan Luai, who didn't actually play in that World Club Challenge against Penrith, but he's only got one in the can, so to speak, on that level. And as they were saying in the build-up, Harry Smith has been integral to so much of what Wigan have done as a club side and being so dominant as well.
They threw him in early. He was very young, making his debut. You just saw the quality in him. He's just matured so well over a couple of years. And maybe he's not the flash player that everyone like we saw him or Mikey Lewis, and you'd want him in your side. You'd want a Mikey Lewis in your side, but I think first and foremost you need the organisation skills.
Yeah, he's got a brain, a rugby league brain. It just seems to absorb knowledge. This time the kick is no good. So England stay 10 points to the good, and Matty Ashton's remarkable rise from Rochdale Mayfield Amateur Club through to the Test Arena.
Super execution from England there, identifying the fact they could create an extra number down a relatively short side, but with Williams and Smith that becomes possible. I think Samoa need to talk about how they're handling the late players of England when they're coming out of their own half, because England have had that ability to execute, and have executed well on the back of Samoa not being as disciplined as they should be.
I think what you've got to do is you've got to ask questions of defence. If you ask questions of defence and the defence get it wrong, then you score.
So England fielding it. Lees takes the pass from Williams and rumbles forward with intent.
Hold this 10. Hold, mate. Hold. Goal one.
What can Samoa do to twist this Test match back in their favour?
Well, I think they've got to pick their intensity up defensively. They've dropped up a little bit from the first couple of sets, and England are getting away quite easily from their own kind of 20, 30, 40 metre area.
Hold. Goal three. All good.
Havard streaking forward for England.
It's definitely not flash this part of the field, is it? Establish some field position, give your kickers the best opportunity to get it down the other end of the field.
Move.
Bradley ramping up. Kick from just inside England territory from Smith.
Give 10, George, give 10.
And it will be down to Dean Mariner to bring this clear for Samoa, and they've got a vaunted backline, haven't they? We were saying they've got quite a bit going on for them in the backline. It's getting them in the game, I guess.
Well, even the back row, the back rows are all big ball carriers, devastating runners. And I haven't been in the game yet, because England have controlled field position, and this is the first penalty England have given away.
Yeah. We'll probably see them the first time in England's half with the ball.
Yeah, Gerard Skelton copping one high. Kick to touch, and don't forget, next weekend, the first of the women's internationals, the first and only at the moment women's international against Wales, Saturday at 11:30 a.m. should I say, on BBC Two, and then the men's second test with Samoa takes place Saturday 2 p.m. on BBC One.
Still moving. 2. Move down, Matty!
And there are a couple of those women's players looking on. Amy Hardcastle among them.
Moves on off the ball! Goal third.
Spun now for Luai. Samoa having a chance to examine.
Here we go.
Jeremiah Nanai punching holes in England's defensive line.
And leave somebody on the floor.
Taken to the line by Asiata. Milford to Luai. Oh, there might be an opportunity here. England scramble.
Release!
Well, they've got something in the tank, haven't they, Samoa?
Taken to the line.
Great tackle, that is.
Offload dumped off smartly by Bloor. Luai now to Awasashek. Oh, he's going to have a crack himself here. Smith had it, lost it. England pouching.
Well, we've just seen a little cameo of what they're about, Samoa. When they get into the right parts of the field and they throw the ball around, they've got so much danger. But they've got to get to the other end of the field and got to concentrate on this bloke and his mates who are coming the other way. Real good carry from Ashton, and a penalty.
That's not good.
Finds his front, hooks up on the ball.
Samoa will be disappointed with that, but as you say, we saw
Let's go then, Harry.
some threat potentially, but England quick to play, quick to release.
Well, and they were desperate to get balls that were on the floor. You know, Smith scrambled for the kick from Sheck.
Yeah. They haven't built any pressure yet, Samoa. You know, they haven't been consistent. No repeat sets where England have, and obviously scored from them.
One. Move now.
Clark strolls to the play the ball for England.
Go on.
On the back of work from Lees. Williams to Havard.
2. Move. Hands out now.
Tight.
Hold John.
Hard-working England forwards.
Come on, mate. Keep your foot out.
With plenty to work on outside of that and bring in Radley.
Hold John. Go third.
There'll be Smith this time. Keeps it moving with Bateman. Exploratory run from him.
Move. And we come. 6 again.
He's carved out some yardage here. Another set restart. Criminal from Samoa, and they are handing England
1. Move.
opportunities on a plate.
You know that. Hold. Go 1.
Clark finds Lees. Straightens up.
Move. Hands out, Roger. Hit the line.
England have Samoa on the ropes here. Clark back to Smith. Out the back now for Wellesby. Turn into the traffic. Newman off of Williams. Oh, so close. And he might have finished off at the second attempt. Well, this one certainly will be looked at. Liam Moore
We have a try.
makes a sign for the screen.
If he's in contact,
Gives a soft signal of a try. And we'll lead this one to Jack Smith.
Try on field, checking double movement, please. So the first angle, full speed, please. Tackle in full speed. Tackle appears to be broken. We'll now go slow, maybe something from the corner angle. This one might be better for us. Slow it down, please, a little bit now. That always appears broken. If you've got something slower down from the opposite angle, just to check that he definitely breaks that tackle onto reverse to Sheck. This angle and slow. Right, he's broke that tackle. He's then lifted it back up at that point, and the ball is grounded. Thank you, I've made my decision.
And so England await the news that they have been waiting for, and they get this score. George Williams, the captain, hits a line that any prop forward would have been proud of, and England extend the lead.
Well, Harry Newman needs to take a bow as well. He comes back against the grain because there's nothing happening on the outside for him. Step, right foot. Had every right to go to ground without the ball, but there's George Williams on the fly, right in the middle. That's too hard to stop. What's this one? Smith, get there. Here he goes. Step, right foot. No, I'm going to straight attracts defenders, and Williams picks the hole, and it's absolutely a fair try and a great finish from England again, on the back of another 6 again and another penalty. And so we're harping on about that, but that's terrific football for England.
It's poor discipline, and I think the line speed is poor as well. But England, you know, all the praise for England, because you know they've exploited all the weaknesses of Samoa. On that occasion, you know, Terrell May was ball watching a little bit, and George Williams hits a great angle on the blindside shoulder. So England capitalised on everything poor that Samoa have done. Well done, England.
Now ruthless Smith, Harry Smith, strokes it through. 16-0. England lead Samoa here in the first test at Wigan. The fans enjoying it.
Great football from Newman, isn't it? And the presence of mind to find the right pass, but full credit George Williams. He hits the line hard, doesn't he?
He does.
There you go, Smith. Wellesby out the back. Scamper, dangerous. You know, we probably didn't highlight at the top of the show how good England's outside backs are with their footwork and their prowess. Ashton's featuring really heavily at the start of this game.
I think that's the most dangerous English backline I've seen for a long, long time.
Stay behind.
So Tuivasa-Sheck. An unhappy deja vu for Samoa here. Williams comes forward to take that slightly short kick. I'm not sure if Tuivasa-Sheck's got his range right yet, or whether these are tactical attempts to unsettle England. Luciano Leilua is on, by the way. He's a big unit. He led the Civitao before kick-off. Farmworth charging forward for England.
England are so excited. So when Dom Young skips across the line, they got numbers on the edge, and because Samoa have got a short defensive line, they're exploiting that. And if they're not getting through, they're finding themselves and finding some quick play the balls.
One more pass to Ashton, and he was clear.
Francis Molo came out of the line in that previous tackle. He was like something out of WWE. Smith pokes the kick over the top. Tuivasa-Sheck across to ensure that it doesn't end up in England hands.
Big chase again.
One. Move! Back the 10, Harry. Hold.
Samoa having to bring the ball away. Now to backfield. In the face of an England side that has got its line speed right. They look connected, they look joined up.
With the kicker, it's an 11 and a 12-man chase at times, so that's everybody that's buying into restricting this Samoan two from getting out of their own half.
Yeah, there's a huge difference in intensity at the moment and desire. And England kind of way out front on that.
Ponga with that last carry. Taken in by May.
5. Move! Back carry. Harvey. Hold.
Tavanga waits at dummy half. What can Samoa do as Jerome Luai there, talisman there. Penrith Panthers, NRL winning half back.
Stand one. Hold.
But England and Dom Young look to launch the attack here.
2.
Newman's carry. Samoa have just found a little bit of aggression, haven't they, in the last few moments, but England still look as though they're comfortable.
3rd.
Well, they're controlled, aren't they, as well as comfortable, Matt? You know, they're picking their spaces and they're picking their moments, which is full credit to the England team, and it's up to Samoa to disrupt that and find some way of getting to the end of the field.
That might be Meekins come on for England. And I thought he was going to get the ball there. It'll be Smith instead. Oh, that's a spiral. Swirling about dangerously. Tuivasa-Sheck lost it. It was an absolute stunner of a kick from England's perspective.
Well, I always asked the audience look at these and said, how's he dropped that? Yeah. They're going all over the shop, but I've got somebody next to me who's probably been under a few of them at times.
It's a difficult kick to take, and what you've got to do is you've got to put pressure on the English kicker. If you just give him so much time, he's going to put him up, and then the spiral kick, they just turn as they come down and they drift away from you. Very difficult to take.
Let's get in, boys, please.
So Samoa trying to set their line. England have gone for a 4-2 split.
This is a huge set. This is a huge set for Samoa. Huge set. You've got to try and keep England out.
Here goes Wellesby.
1. Move down!
By his own meteoric standards, last season was possibly a quieter campaign at St Helens. He's a world-class player. He was captain last year, of course, in the absence of George Williams.
Releasing now! 2. Hit the line!
For those first 2 tests against Tonga, Clark fizzes the flat ball to Radley.
Move! Goal line! Hold!
Luciano Leilua and Tuivasa-Sheck make the tackle. Oh, another set restart.
Wow.
Is this a cultural thing? And by that I mean Rooks police differently NRL and Super
NRL
League.
Super League argument's going to come into this, I'm sure, after the debate. And what's they're allowed to get away with and what they're not. But at the moment, it's killing Samoa.
Williams to Pierce-Paul, another of the NRL cohort playing at the Newcastle Knights. Was a Wigan player. Last game for Wigan was the 2023 Grand Final. Radley.
3rd.
Radley makes good decisions. Takes it in all the time. If it's not on, he holds it.
Now takes to Smith. Oh, he's found a bit of space now in Newman. The kick goes behind. It's a good bit of mopping up there as England apply the squeeze. And Samoa will have to drop out here.
Well, they're totally dominant at the
They didn't
moment.
execute too well either at the end there. I think Newman went for the kick when he should have kept it in the hands. If you look here, it goes to the fringe, and there's an opportunity just for him to run and finish in the corner. Tries the kick. Sheck gets there in the end.
A few tackles as well. A few tackles left. Not wasn't the last tackle. But again,
we've got to speed the
get the ball back.
The ruck's on the calls.
And you can see the referee now telling him, Liam Moore, you have to speed the rucks up, he's saying. You have to speed the rucks. He's giving a message to all the Samoans behind the post. That is killing them at the moment.
Jerome. Let's go.
Yeah, 6 against for fun. Set restarts. Luai for a short drop out here, and they might pitch it back to Nanai. Brilliant work.
Just change it in their favour. Nanai that came up with that, wasn't it?
Bradley's there again, look at him.
So May got it away out to that far side where they caused some havoc with Ponga.
On now. Hold. Go to.
Almost up to the halfway line, and a referee into England territory here for Samoa.
Well, England scored there, which they were looking like doing on the back of another 6 again, then it would have been a big hill for this Samoan team.
May pushed back.
4. Move. Hold, Daz. Go 4.
There's a play, great kick.
Leilua.
Play on.
Milford. Back to Tuivasa-Sheck. This exchange of angles trying to unsettle England. Luai rescues the pass. Turn back into traffic with Joel May.
It's good defence from England.
Very good
Well
defence.
connected. Everybody on the same song sheet there for sure.
Luai with the kick.
Give 10.
He's giving that some air. Trying to get in there was Ponga. I think he timed that just about right.
Give the benefit of the doubt. Hold now.
If I was coaching Samoa, I would say with the athleticism they've got, compete for those kicks.
Compete for it. I'm quite surprised they're not getting the yardage on the front foot, because they were quite lateral there.
2. England
So
ball.
Chastavanga's gone off for a HIA head injury assessment. And Gordon Chankum Tong has come on, the
Eyes on ball.
big hooker.
Third.
So a bit of a switch of
Move off
things
the ball.
for the Samoans.
Hold. Goal 3.
Herbie Farnworth seeking some space. Offloads, second phase important for England here.
Held.
Almost up to the half-hour mark.
Let's go. Goal 4.
So far England in the box seat. Clark.
Goal 10.
Well, it's all England at the moment.
5. Move straight out to
Every
the
Samoa
side.
have had
Goal 5.
one attacking opportunity.
Harry Smith is going to run it on the last here. They're trusting in the process, so to speak. Farnworth manages to get the ball away, and now Smith will send over a little kick. And forces Samoa to cope with it, Samoa to deal with it.
Had a bit of a juggle first, isn't he?
Hold. Goal 1.
Dean Mariner doing a bit of
2.
hard graft.
Move.
And
Goal 2. He spins the side. Let's
Ethan
go.
Havard has finally made way, and Tom Burgess is out there for
Third.
England.
Move, John. Give me a step back, Harry. Goal 3rd.
A job done for the big blokes of England. They're going to rest there.
Oh, just again. Loose carrying offload.
Straight up.
Well, Junior Ponga pushed it, didn't he? He got punished. England have a prime opportunity. Real estate here.
2.
Established by
Move.
Burgess.
Over come, spin yourself. Hold.
Clark is the conductor. Radley brings in Kai Pearce-Paul. He's got an offload in him.
3rd. Move. Out the route now.
First
In the
Rugby
line,
League
in the line.
club, Croydon Hurricanes. Spread of Rugby League in this England team. Burgess contained just about.
Goal 4, he's up.
Samoa though on the rack, and the moment from the Meekin!
Forward pass, yeah.
Oh, they've been denied.
4 pass.
Very close to punching through again.
Scrum down.
Well, Clark's a cute cookie.
Yeah.
But Meekin's a willing runner. And they just get their timing slightly wrong. There you go.
Yeah, you can just see that. He's in a great
Just slightly
position.
forward.
He's in a great position. Liam Moore calls it early, forward pass. Just watch where he is, right in the line, forward pass.
Let's
No
calm down,
try.
boys, please.
But they are at 6 and 7 defensively, Samoa.
Well, they're tired.
Heads
At
in
this
tight.
level,
They are
because of the
Hands
amount
over,
of ball
Jack.
they've given
Hands
England.
over, Jack. Shot clock off.
It's not easy sailing for England. Havard did his job. He's gone off. He's done their job. They're putting big blokes out there, and they're just They were panicking in the last set, trying their offload.
You got possession 66% to 34%. Complete sets 17 to 8.
Yeah, enough to make Ben Gardner weep. In his coach's position up here on the gantry.
Goal 2.
Samoa trying to find some cheer from somewhere.
3.
Elizabeth Valiepu
Goal 3.
sets his cider point, taken up now by Leilua.
4.
Looking to changes have made some impact. Gun Chan Kum Tong goes into acting half. And he engages with England.
5. Move, Victor! Battle me, boys. No, you're trapped in. Goal 5.
They're just trying to kick for territory. Let's see. No, he's
They're going to run it. Flick pass.
It's got it.
Has been pouched by England, and Harry Newman scattering.
1.
Well, it's the first time they've created an opportunity. They had a 3-on-2 there. A good defensive, another set to 6.
Next is 1. Got it.
Sean Blaw's pass mopped up by England, and now Burgess manages to find an offload. Oh, it's been pinched! And here we go, Dean Mariner won't need any second invitation, and Samoa off the mark. Well, he was hot to trot there, wasn't he?
There was no need for that here with England. And he just so speculative pass, he just need to hold it, hit the deck and build. And that's really brought Samoa back into the game when they're completely out of it.
Take him away, boys.
Well, I don't know.
A bit of scuffle in back play.
Who threw? Yeah.
Come on, Jack.
More like the start of the game. Who threw the intercept?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I think I'll have another look. I think it was Clark. Maybe I'll have a look. Not sure. I tell you what, he's Chan Kum Tong's come on. He's mixed it up a bit. He's getting stuck into everyone. Yeah, it's Clark, isn't it? It is.
He should have given it to the next floor, but you get a bit excited, you get giddy, you're completely on top. Burgess finds an offload. Dean Mariner's completely outnumbered 5-1. He's one jumper to find, and he finds the one blue one in the frame. So it's Clark there. They think, get him on the outside.
Yeah, agree.
I think there's a few words said here, and Chan Kum Tong has got stuck in. He has got stuck in. I'm not sure if Wellesby is having a few words with him. He's not, because he was the one at the start, wasn't he?
Yeah.
With Mikey Lewis.
Yeah.
And they both had to go to the bench to calm down.
Yeah, got you.
Dean Mariner, some big raps on Dean Mariner.
But the good thing is it's brought Samoa, for the neutral, it's brought Samoa back into this contest because they've been struggling.
I'll get my shite in a minute.
Dean Mariner played alongside Herbie Farnworth at the Brisbane Broncos before Farnworth left for the Dolphins, so he's got some familiar faces, and Junior Ponga is going to kick this one. And 7 tries in 8 games at the back end of the season for the Sydney Roosters. So he's another player familiar to a couple of the England mob. Dom Young, Victor Radley. So Ponga can reduce the arrears to just the 10, and he does so, and Samoa, well, however you get your points, it doesn't matter, does it? They've got them, and
that's a huge break for Samoa, because they have not been in this game whatsoever.
Well, they've been scratching for everything, haven't they? Scratching there. The short kick-off that Luai got them back some possession at their own end when they just had too much to do defensively, which is hard for any team, and so that's a relief. So that situation there with Mariner, and he gets through and he gets down there, it's gone completely against everything that's been going on, but should give them a lift.
So 16-6, Samoa back in the game. We've got some possession to work with here as Leilua slams forward. That's what we were expecting. I think you made the point earlier, Jonathan, that you want them, you'd imagine they can get yardage here.
Well, they've been out-slammed by England.
They have.
And there's a chance of being out-dumped unless they find themselves some play.
Trucked up by Valiepu, who's really impressed Ben Gardner in his time in the Samoa camp. Played in a grand final with the Melbourne Storm in the absence of Nelson Asafa-Solomona. England dominating the territory, although Jeremiah Nanai has had his fingerprints in some decent stuff that Samoa have done so far.
Yeah, he's been strong, hasn't he? That last carry of his just half dented the line.
Chan Kum Tong gets it back to Luai, launched downfield and gathered up by Jack Wellsby, who will allow Dom Young a bit of freedom to roam.
Well, that's a better chase. It was a more connected chase, and Young had nowhere to go, whereas previously he's been finding an edge that he could find his front on.
2. Move up and square.
Steam into Matty Ashton.
Goal 2.
Popped up that time by Williams.
3.
Harry Newman's turn to
square, hold. Goal 3.
Seek out any routes to glory. Farmworth making his own route to glory.
Move to us, hold. Back it back, hold. Goal 4. Come on, Luciano.
Such a joy that a player of that quality is English as Clark scythes up some space here.
That's a great set by England. Just look where they are now.
And Smith, he might run this here. No, it's a little kick on the back of it. Ashton looking to make this a chase. Well taken though at the back. Dean Mariner.
1, hold, Mike. Goal 1.
He had the sideline to think about, and he had a posse of English players ready to smash him. Mariner, slipping in and out of tackles.
Hold John, go first.
They needed a penalty there, didn't they, Samoa? Get away.
4. Move John!
Trying to wrap things up.
That's Skelton now. It's quick play of the ball. They've got quicker play of the ball.
Luai pops it in field. Not much
Still moving.
available for Samoa though, as these tackles keep going in.
Goal 5.
Booted away by Jerome Luai. Wellsby.
Play on now.
He's going to have to take it himself here.
1.
So back end of the first half.
Oh, we get hold.
Samoa finally got themselves a foothold, but Sean Wayne, I think the message will be at half-time.
Well, more of the same other than the long intercept pass from Clark. If Clark's been a cute cookie, and here we go, another penalty.
You know, give him another chance just before half-time.
Yeah,
I think we know what's going to be said in the other dressing room.
Let's go then, mate.
Well, I do think you look at the politics and the policies of both competitions, and I think, what about that?
I got away with that. What's happening with some of these kicks today?
That ball, it must be. I'd want to have a look at that ball.
Have it?
It's wobbling all over the shop. Burgess.
This is a really important set defensively for Samoa. If they've got further aspirations in the second half, because England have been totally dominant this first half.
Oh, the mechanised warfare as Burgess came forward. Tanks are out rumbling.
2.
On the back of that, here comes Mike McMeekin. Clark looked to short side, came back to the open now with Victor Radley.
3. Move!
Eating up space, eating up metres. England find themselves in range again. Clark for Williams. Smothering defence for Samoa.
Should track him over there and held him up.
Him now!
Practically on their own line. Samoa defending back last minute of this half. Smith, Wellsby. Oh, another almost intercept thrown there.
Did he touch it?
That's going to be the question here.
Liam Moore
Stopped an injury left-hand corner here.
Yes, mate, yeah. Yeah, that's fine, mate. No drama.
Well, I don't think he did touch it.
I don't think he touches it, no.
What's
It's a big call as well.
Big
call. Play the ball, lads, it's into touch. Let's play the ball. Play the ball. Middle, play it. Play in the middle, it's a hand over, boys.
Hand over, yeah, he didn't touch it.
Cheers, mate. Let's play the ball.
So 30 seconds, practically.
Play the ball, play the ball.
This first half remaining.
Back the 10, please, back the 10. Time's off for the injury.
Tango, I think, might be making way.
Hit the line, boys. Time back up.
That's their ball.
And Harry. Bateman.
1.
Yeah, we thought it was their ball, didn't we? He must have touched it.
Hold,
So did touch his Samoa hand, and England do get one last pop at the line. Radley to Williams. Floats one wide for Ashton. Oh, he just couldn't get that yarn he required.
Hold.
One last tackle here, maybe.
Kick the corner.
Williams finds Clark. Clock will be in the red just a moment. The hooter will ring. Burgess.
The wrong bloke got the ball at the wrong time.
And then we go.
It's a pass straight away offload there, Burgess.
So England don't quite finish the half with the flourish they were hoping, but what a start. Put them into a 16-0 lead. Ripped into this Samoa side, helped in no small part by the errors at times from this touring test side. Samoa got themselves back into it with that intercept try. But at half-time, England 16, Samoa 6 is the story. And I think Sean Wayne's side in a good spot.
I think England have been very disciplined and clinical. You know, they've been offered field position with penalties, and they've taken those field positions into point, turned them into points.
Right, let's go down to Damian Johnson, who's with the England captain, George Williams.
George, just about the perfect England performance, but the interception try must have hurt you.
Yeah, it did. I think we just went away from the game plan a little bit for a few minutes and it cost us, but overall pretty pleased with how we went there. We just got to get back to kicking in corners and try and make some errors. So, yeah, pretty pleased with that, but we know we've got a long time left and we've got to be better next half.
Thanks, George.
Cheers, thank you.
Just awaiting the arrival of Jerome Luai. Jerome, just a quick word before you go into the sheds. What's your verdict on that first half?
Yeah, they had a lot of ball, a lot of possession. We're in the game. I think that's the most important thing for us in the second half. If we can get our fair share of possession, I think that'll go a long way to us coming back and winning the game.
A lot of restarts, a lot of sets of 6 repeated. Is there a problem with the interpretation of the laws?
No, I think we're just trying to find our own rhythm with what we're used to back home. But we were sort of feeling that throughout the game, and we'll make sure we fix that up second half.
Thanks.
Cheers.
A fascinating first half, that, and it was something we did see, just picking up on that last point from Jerome Luai, with Tonga, they're struggling in the ruck.
Yeah, without doubt, in the NRL, they just simply don't commit numbers into tackles. I think England understand that and have committed 3 to maybe every tackle. Samoa just failed to recognise that for 25 minutes. They were so ill-disciplined defensively. The game was way too quick. It just got away from them and England dominated.
I think our backfield have been sensational. I think Herbie Farnworth, Dom Young and the rest of them, Jack Wellsby, every time they've made a carry, they've been leaving people on the floor, winning 6 against, winning penalties, and Samoa have just not been able to live with them.
I just think Samoa have lacked intensity in everything they've done, and they've lacked concentration, and you need those 2 things at this level. I think if you look how hard Samoa have carried the ball compared to England, look how hard England hit compared to England, and then there's just that ill-discipline off the back of it, with too many players in the row, and then just sloppy errors around concentration.
Yeah, and I think if you look at one player's contribution to summarise Samoa's first half, it's Luciano Leilua, who just came on and flopped into tackles for 10 minutes. Like, he looked so unable to play at the game, the speed at which the game was being played. England dominated physicality. They dominated by being disciplined. They dominated field position off an excellent kicking game. It was a poor first half from Samoa, but excellent from England. They delivered.
And if you just the first try, you've all talked about discipline. We had a 6 again that set them up for the Fernworth try, didn't we?
Yeah, and it was classic Darryl Clark, if I remember, where he just bursted through the middle of the Samoa defence, and off the back of that, I thought it was really good composure from Darryl that he didn't offload the ball because he had quite a few chances. But off the back of this, John Wilkin, you referred to this as a real important part.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, when they move the ball like that, the edge of Samoa's got to be composed. It's exceptional, exquisite skill from everybody involved on that edge. But Milford just presents an opportunity, doesn't he?
He's just trying to sort things on his own, but he needs to be connected. I think it's worrying signs for Samoa. 5 minutes into a game, Darryl Clark's already finding space, isn't he? You know, that's them making lazy decisions, I think, around the middle.
The contact wasn't good enough. Whatever you do, you've got to make good, solid contact, and you can't wrestle that back. Once the player's on the floor, you can't get that back, and England have just dominated that part of the game.
Ashton, again, it was a penalty, gave them field position, but it was a lovely try from Ashton.
Yeah, it's a fantastic try. This, again, off the back of ill-discipline from Samoa, allowing England to get field position. I think Ashton's been outstanding with this, breaking tackles and carries as well.
Yeah, he's just found bumps in the line. What I love about this is the setup of it, Kev. Victor Radley sets this up.
Well, he's almost like an half-back, isn't he? He creates chaos, so you end up with John Asiata and probably a bit of an excuse for Anthony Milford is, a front rower inside of him. That trust just isn't there at the moment. He gets in front of his inside defender. Harry Smith comes up with a beautiful ball, and for me, who's been the best player on the field, George Williams. He just summed everything. He was just in the heartbeat of everything.
It's such a great performance from your captain, because look, his effort and his intent's been sensational. Then his execution has been great. But not only that, Tanya, he gets on the board as well. He scored what I think was the try of the half. And this is exactly what we want to see from George Williams, pushing out of shape.
Well, we mentioned it before. It came off again off of Matty Ashton. I think it was a 6 again, a penalty. But off the back of this, when George Williams, we spoke before, Jamie, where we were saying how difficult is it as a middle when you get a little bit of chaos, but then you've got someone willing to just pick your inside shoulder.
Yeah, he's no respect for himself getting hurt. Yeah, England have been turning the ball in a lot on this right-hand side, back through the middle. I think they've seen an area they can exploit, and it's just great running from George, just bravery to go through there.
Most half-backs don't do that. They'll push someone else. I was guilty of that. But the real top-line half-backs do this. You know, he's cut his ear, he's bleeding, but that's all for the English cause.
It's so easy for George to sit back and organise there, because he's got other people around him being demanding of his comms, like getting himself and other people organised. And he's gone, you know what, Tanya? He's gone, nah, there's an opportunity. I'm going to go take it. And Kev's so right. There's not many halfbacks in the world. That's why, for me, George Williams is the best player in Super League. He didn't win Man of Steel, but for me, he's the best player in Super League.
Did they get a little bit carried away with themselves that led to the interception try, do you think?
I think this could hurt England in the end if they don't come out and be smart in this first 10 minutes of the second half. Normally when you create space and create an offload, you want to look for the short pass. It's the short pass that's the money pass, not the long pass here. And Samoa don't really deserve this scoreline. Samoa don't really deserve to be only 10 points behind England, but they are because of this, which makes, for me, the second half interesting.
The worry a bit, Tanya, was we didn't learn from this. At the end of the half, Jack Welsby throws another risky ball. When you're winning and you're very comfortable, the last thing you want to do is give them a lifeline just before half-time.
They could have been really ruthless. That could have been such a dominant first half. That 34-minute try by Mariner is just a lifeline. And Jerome Luai's interview there with Damien, he wouldn't be half as positive about a revival from Samoa had they not scored those points.
Yeah, I mean, going in, I think England should have deserved to go in maybe 24 points up there. Instead, they're only 2 scores in front and only just in front with it as well.
We talked a lot about Harry Smith, the selection of Harry Smith. He's well and truly justified it, hasn't he?
Kev's won.
Kev's looking smart.
No, he's smart.
No, I think what Harry Smith's done, he's done a consistent and what Harry Smith does, but the fact that George Williams is playing so well is probably another reason why he's having such a good game. He's in control of all the kicks. Roger Tuivasa-Sheck, we spoke about being one of the best players in the field. We've not seen anything of him, but we did see one thing when he couldn't catch his spiral.
What about this? I think Nobby tried to do it justice in commentary, didn't he? That ball moved a hell of a long way. I think his variation of kicks, his all-round distribution has been really clean. It's been a very professional performance from him.
And it's even when it comes here, when the ball bounces out, he manufactures a really strong kick, and over again he's just penned them in this left-hand corner.
I just think as well, like an impact of him kicking this well and taking control of the game, it does free up George to give his best, allow George to do the things he wants to do without worrying about the game management side of it, because he knows, do you know what, Harry Smith is taking care of that.
Yeah, and how hard is it to get out of those parts of the field? Now Samoa have been they've just not had the opportunity to get into the part of the field where Luai and Tuivasa-Sheck are in play because of that kicking game and the discipline to chase and be aggressive defensively off the back of it.
Now, you have all stood before various versions, the Haka, the Civic-Town, I've never seen one get as feisty as this. I've never seen them literally in the faces of the opposition.
Yeah, I mean, it got a little bit like this, didn't it? I think as they get closer and closer together, yeah. I think Michael Lewis loves this kind of thing. We're not seeing the course impact of this yet.
It's the ball from the bench, so they've had 30-40 minutes after that. I've sat down.
Lads, pull your heads in. What was I going to say? How good would it be if we'd had a football incident there? I want to see Mikey Lewis take a dive, go down, make a most of it. But it was.
Go back to the bench, gone. Oh, right. Yeah. He's having it later.
Hey, lads, have just fired Samoa up. Go have a go.
Will Mikey be remembering that, do you think, when they do finally unleash him?
Oh, well, I'm I'm sure Mike is an emotional guy, isn't he? And he plays with his heart on his sleeve. He's shown it there. When he comes onto the field, I think he'll be electric. He'll probably run away from him more.
It's so good. It's so good. Rub heads with the opposition and then go to the bench. Watch the game start.
Well, we will be back out for the second half shortly, but we need your help. Here's Laura Kenny with her search for the unsung hero for this year.
So second half about to get underway, and England 16-6 up on Samoa. We're just waiting for a ball, I think. Both sides are out. Body language-wise, England look pumped. They look cool, but they also look cool and calm.
A couple of things from half-time. Kev Brown's right. Nobody's ever seen him hit a hole. But he makes a fair point about Samoa needing field position as well towards in this second half. And I'm a bit wary of Jerome Luai's comments just at half-time. I thought he said some really clever things there. They come from a competition in the NRL, the majority of the Samoan players, where they know they're in the game.
I think JP said an interesting one. There's no intensity in the first half, and they don't deserve to be only 10 points behind. So it's now up to the Samoans to start this second half with a real bang and get the first score.
And they will do if Leilua has his way, but again, England swarming into contact with Luciano Leilua, and he was sent packing back towards his own line, the big man. But England strength in numbers on that occasion. Nice offload, though. They're trying to promote the ball maybe a little bit here. And Samoa getting in a bit of front foot ballers. Valiepu played in that grand final for the Storm. It's a big old unit, and they were really speaking highly.
That's the best set they've had, Brian.
Yeah, there's a technical difference. One is the coach has asked them to run a bit harder, and they need to understand that England are committing players into the tackle. It was John Wilkin at half-time that made the point that they're just technically getting it wrong. They're not putting right people in at the right times.
Last tackle then for Samoa, and Luai will at least this time kick off a bit of front foot ball. He's put plenty behind that. Underneath it, over the shoulder, was Dom Young. And now England's turn to just assess how much Samoa have learned over that half-time break.
Moving forward, go one.
Wellesby steps into acting half. Ashton thundered into time by Ponga.
He was looking for the Ponga, wasn't he?
Better. That's better, boys.
And it's that intense, that physicality, which was lacking from Samoa. So.
But the England outside backs are really smart, man. What they're doing is they're copying that one shot and understanding their next carry, whether that be Ashton, Young, Farnworth. They're finding space and speeding the game up.
Move, Luciana! Hold!
So, Clark, he's going to have to do quite a fair bit at hooker unless they come up with a creative workaround for England. He's the only natural 9 in the team. Back to Smith, who will kick from halfway. He knows this pitch well.
There's better pressure on him there as well. Better pressure on Smith there. They know the danger in his looping bums.
Trying to put some pressure on.
Move, Daz!
Mariner and Co.
Goal 2.
So, Tuivasa-Sheck for Samoa. Born in Apia, played for the New Zealand Kiwis. And for the All Blacks, both codes. Now he's playing for the side of his birth as May is taken down.
A bit more movement about the team in blue as well. The ball carriers are being supported a little bit better, which is encouraging the England team not to commit as many people. It tends to getting out their own half, and Luai's kicking off the front foot.
Yeah, he is. Big difference.
Young underneath it, and suddenly he sees blue shirts ahead, and rather than acres of green. And he's close to that sideline as Samoa commit numbers.
Goal 1, good lads.
Interestingly, Sean Bloor looks as though he's come out to this edge in the absence of Tungo. So a little bit of a shuffle in that first half required after Isaac Tongo went off for Samoa. Ashton.
Move, Luciana! Hold! Goal 3.
Samoa putting some shots on.
4.
So 16-6, England in possession. Let's get some team news from Damian Johnson.
Yeah, just some news from the Samoa camp. Jess Tavaga passed an HIA, and Jeremiah Nanai the same too. He was hurt in virtually the last play of the first half, but he's passed the test, and Samoa at full strength.
Keep them all, boys. Yeah, that would have been key. Nanai, one of those players who probably came out of that first half with a fair bit of credit.
Yeah, he made an impact, didn't he?
Go one.
He is quality, Nanai, you know.
Two.
Big season in the NRL as well.
Back up, Tom. Go two. Good.
Where can Samoa go here? Looking for an offload.
Move, Kai!
Well, they've immediately started the game quicker in this
They
second
have,
half.
definitely quicker.
That's time.
Leilua to Luai. Opening up some shake now to Avasha Sheck. Oh, bell ringer from Dom Young.
Great tackle.
Wait, Victor. Play the ball.
Junior Ponga. Well, he put a shot on himself a moment ago, and he just copped one in return.
5.
Leilua sent tumbling.
Here's a hit. Great read.
Ball, goal. 5.
No way he could get that ball out. Oh, great step.
Luai on the last here.
Still 5.
Bloor still going. Oh, they might have a chance here. Tavanga. Oh, the referee in the end. Liam Hall maybe got in Samoa's way.
I thought he might have. But look at that again. He might have got in the way there, the referee.
Move!
Well, just a snippet of what Samoa can do, and the encouragement they've been given by.
Can't rush up on Lulai, can you? We'll just do you like a kipper.
Move straight out!
Yeah, snake-like in his movement.
No, he wasn't. Just wasn't inside. That's a poor flop again. He's going to have a word again now with Jerome. He had a word with him at half-time as well while he was walking off. And that was another word. Stop flopping.
Well, I think they got confused with putting numbers in the tackle legally.
The last message before half-time was about speeding the ruck up and getting the message to the boys. Got a clear flop and then slow on the floor. Mate,
just getting on top a little bit there,
or I will escalate.
Territorial field position side of the game.
Yeah.
What if you're on the way here?
I've got to be somewhere, mate, haven't I?
Yeah, get out the way. Get out the way, you're saying, really. It's going to be nice. Just get out of the way, mate.
Let me give
Why
you an
didn't you score for us?
Some diplomacy potentially there from
Hit that is.
Luai.
There's the flop. There's another flop.
I think it's the number 10, isn't it?
Yeah, you've got to make the initial contact with 3 rather than all join in after. That's the difference, isn't it?
Hold us, boys. Discipline now, Samoa. Discipline in the ruck.
England in possession. Let's get some words from Robbie Hunter-Paul.
Move!
Yeah, just got to say, like, looking at Samoa, they're starting to struggle a little bit over their legs, their fitness. Only 5 minutes into this half. Note the statistics to look at. They've made 60 extra tackles. So those of us who know rugby league, that's 10 extra defensive sets. That's going to take its toll. So game management is hugely important for Samoa if they want to stay competitive in this game. That means kicking the ball out, walking, slowing down, taking the wind out of England's sails, so to speak.
Well, they haven't taken the wind out of their sails here. Pierce-Paul got the offload away to Clark. England edging towards dangerous territory. Samoa know what's coming. Plenty of threat. Radley out the back for Smith.
5.
Now in range here, England on the last.
Smith is on the deck here, so George Williams.
They're loading up this short side. Good chase. Dom Young climbed highest. In the end, he was locked onto.
Nice offensive kick, nice offensive challenge from Young, and great defence from Samoa.
Yeah, well organised. You know, he realises Smith is on the floor. He's the usual one who takes the kick. George Smith comes in, kicks to compete.
Get your markers in, boys.
Has to get the tackle in, and look where they start the set from.
Let's go.
Yeah, making Samoa play it off their own line practically. And they can congest that line and they can really squeeze up.
Hold now, discipline England. Go 1.
They're going to come hard and they're going to come with intent and vigour.
Move! Hit the line, Herbie! Hold. Go 2.
A viciousness about England here. Trapping Samoa in their own end.
Hold. Go 3rd.
Tackles being chewed through without much reward. As May.
Held!
He's going to need a good kick here.
Release him! Hold it.
Really well there. Terra May stared his Roosters teammate Victor Radley down at that play the ball.
Goal 5.
Last one here for Samoa. They're kicking again from just outside their own 30. Yeah. Dom Young does have some space to work in. You'll need a better tackle than that. Really got from Joel Skelton.
Hold, mate, nice and tidy. Go 1. Discipline, Luciano.
Just keeping their way back up the field, aren't they, England? in this territorial battle, if that's what you want to call it.
Yeah, they're more in the game now, aren't they?
Hold. Goal 2. Nice and quick, come on.
Swapped the gods for the sideline.
Out we come. Hold, that's you, John. That's you, mate.
Wow. Valepu putting a shot on John Bateman that time.
Oh, God.
Williams. Now they've got numbers. Williams injects some pace.
Let's go. 4.
Fine position here for Sean Wayne's team. Wellesby. Farmouth. Slicing. Great ball for Radley.
He is a good player, off
England there. Beautiful.
Well, great support from Radley and great play from Herbie Farmouth. Picks out a slightly tiring Samoan defence in and around the middle and finds a superb offload. Great strength, great footwork from Farmouth on the initial carry, and then Johnny on the spot, Victor Radley, right under the hedge.
That's a brilliant try, that is. They got him on the edge. George Williams, just watch, they got him on the edge there. And then brilliant break by George Williams, puts his foot in the accelerator, and then just watch the work of Farnworth here. So again, dog-legged defence, you've got tired forwards in front of him, lovely offload, brilliant support. In and out, just watch him, you realise who's in front of him. Forwards, 2 front rowers, dog-leg defence, brilliant offload. That's a lovely try by England.
Take about Herbie Farmouth, look at that, left foot, right foot. And then the little flick pass. Not many got that kind of skill, but Victor Radley, take a bow as well. He was smart enough and cute enough to follow Herbie Farmouth and get himself a score.
They might not have enjoyed that as much as Michael Smith's stunner for Sheffield Wednesday the other night. He's a big Owls fan. He's Victor Radley. Thanks to his dad Nigel's influence, but he did certainly enjoy that one. But it wasn't quite as spectacular, but equally as effective.
I know, it's a good point, actually, yeah.
So Harry Smith.
Yeah.
We're going to tip this one over.
No one said I look like Sam Tompkins before.
Still half an hour to go. And more talking about Sam not looking like Sam Tompkins there. So a kick to come from Harry Smith.
Time back on.
And from that kind of range, that kind of distance, no problem, Harry Smith and England just re-established that control, but beautifully worked try.
Look at that Farmouth. That's years of practice gets to that small snippet of play.
Lovely try.
Lovely.
Victor inflicting more than just physical damage on Samoa. Some psychological and physical damage there, scoring damage done by his 4-pointer.
Stay behind.
So England in control. Samoa to kick off.
Okay,
the lights are on here at the Brick Community Stadium.
Keep them low.
So McMeekin with the hit up.
Move now. Out, straight out. Hold.
England just have that breathing space again.
2. Move.
Youngster.
Hit the line. Hold. Hold. Goal 2.
Trying to work their way forward is just flawed.
They have the odd moment, don't they, defensively, but they can't build a defensive set. Samoa, they get 2 or 3 decent hits, and then it's just somebody clocks off, and England find a front foot kick.
They just look for that big hit, don't they? You know, they love the big hit.
40.
Yeah, the highlights reel hits rather than the everyday meat and potato stuff. Oh, it's beautifully done. Beautifully balanced from Gerard Skelton. He's sidestepped 3 or 4, maybe 5 defenders there, and 2 of Osishek can maybe play off the back of that. England eventually regather some control. Yeah, they'll come again.
So they've regrouped very quickly, England.
Move now. Oh, Mike.
Yeah, from being scattered, they've like the Terminator, just absorbed back into space, back into shape again.
Move, Victor. About the 10, John.
Valier off, Molo back on. His experience could be key. May. Pounced upon
4.
by England defenders.
Move. Hands out now. Hold. Goal 4.
Leilua, oh, he almost stalked his way through. A little bit wild, kept alive. May again. He's been willing, he's not been as effective as Samoa would have liked. Luai running on the last here. Bloor looking for an offload. He gets it back to Milford. There might be something on here. Lovely hands. Luai. Brilliant.
Oh, brilliant.
Absolutely brilliant for Dean Mariner. But I tell you what, if that's they might not have done it in terms of frequency, but that was beautiful.
Oh, unbelievable. Great offload, great line running. Luai is the architect in the end. He comes up with a couple of passes within this play. Mariner finishes off, but to all intents and purposes, the play was dead when it got to Luai, and he found this play.
He started it off, look, here he goes. Skelton, his other winger, started off, and Mana goes with him as well, and then it's a brilliant break. And here we go. Just watch how they keep the ball alive. Brilliant angle, great support by Milford, flick pass. Again, Lula, you think it's over, cuts inside. One brilliant finish. But that's what they can do, isn't it?
Well, it's Luai, the architect.
Yeah.
He finds the play to Nanai there.
Brilliant ball.
And they keep it going, and Luai stays alive, and then he's, to all intents and purposes, there's nothing on here. But there was.
Two wingers did well, didn't they? Skelton starts it. Mariner finishes it. It's brilliant. Just what they can do, and that's why England, you know, can't afford to make it a loose game. They're doing exceptionally well now, but Samoa needed that try.
Ponga's offload important as well, as Dom Young was sucked in. It just left a bit of space for Samoa. So Mariner.
It's a crazy situation, Matt, and for our viewers. I think that's the only second time that Samoa have been down at England's end for any kind of reason at all, and they've come up with a nice try.
That's a kick to come from Junior Ponga. Oh, he's nailed that. That's a beaut. He seemed to swerve back in. It was heading out, and then he whipped back in.
I thought you were going to say he missed this by a mile and went the other way, didn't it?
Yeah.
Great kick. Game on again.
It's got a feed, that last feed.
That's a nice way. Yeah. That's a beautiful way of putting it. Perfect.
Well, here's Luai at his best, man. I mean, kind of finishes the play.
Great support play, though, isn't it?
That's what Samoa can do. They can go into offload frenzies, and there's blue shirts in the frame, and that's why England have to be very careful in not giving them the field position. They've been very good of England in controlling all the facets of the game.
So Harry Smith gets us back up and running, and somehow Samoa, at times they've looked like they are drowning in England's weight of possession and power. And they just keep finding themselves a buoy to keep them afloat. Leilua on the stomp.
Up at square, hold Harry. Hold. Ball 2.
Shek lurking behind the ruck.
Third.
And they punched up by May instead. Samoa working their way forward.
Held. Release. Goal 4.
Tavanga. Leilua at the line to Luai. Out the back to Shek. Samoa throwing some shapes here. Victor Radley making way. Ethan Havard on.
Goal 5.
Just got the momentum, haven't they?
Give 10.
Luai punches the kick downfield. Well, Wellsby takes.
This is where England have been good.
Yeah.
Wellsby takes, and Ashton's been dangerous. Then we'll get Wellsby maybe carrying the ball, or Farnworth chipping in and chiming in. Here's Farnworth's goal now, and they're pretty cute at finding a space between two blue jumpers.
Morgan Knowles might take a hit up here.
Yeah,
fresh on the field.
Third. Move, hands out. Give us 10.
Player.
Hold now. Hold. Goal 3.
Ethan Havard slicing between tacklers.
4. Move. Hold. Goal 4.
Clark stepping out, acting up. Williams. Oh, he went for the clever kick. It won't be. It will fall for Newman. Young pushed the hammer down. Oh, he tried to fling the offload. Just for a moment there, I thought England were going to pull something out of the bag.
It's on now. Now watch out.
Samoa broken field. Would just be in keeping with the last 10 minutes or so, wouldn't it?
Well, Clark saw the hold, didn't he? And exploited it. Kick was superb. I think it was Williams again. And Young just couldn't find the end play.
No. Good tackle, though. Tuivasa check just lines him up. You know, uses the touchline as the extra defender. He's not going to. Didn't give him the option of coming inside, did he? It's good full back play.
Tavanga, they're going to hit the short side here. We blow.
Third.
Wasn't a lot available for him.
Hands out, go third. Speed's good.
England tight. Leilua, now there's some space that they can operate. No, they might just do that.
4.
Mariners' pace. There for all to see. But he's controlled that time. Leilua, slap of tackle.
5.
As in came Ethan Havard.
Go 5.
Last one in the set for Samoa.
Give him 10.
Luai saws it. Young underneath it, and he did well just to push off teammate Junior Ponga. Two Roosters pecking at each other.
Yeah, it's a good territorial kick from Luai with a bit more height, so the chasers could get down there. They're creeping back into this game.
Definitely more into the game now. Definitely more into the game. More possession, more territory.
Wellsby on one of those weaving, gallivanting runs. Piers Paul, though, is a little bit isolated. Oh, he was almost offering gifts there to Samoa. Lovely step that time from Wellsby. Mark off the back of that.
Watch them back play. Wellsby. Hold. Go for it. Good.
England looking for some results here. Farmouth with the offload keeps it alive. Meakin. Oh, he gets it off to Farmouth.
4.
Anything you can do, Samoa?
Game of basketball is broken out here, I think.
Yeah. Slick hands, isn't it? Clark. Oh, he went for the pass. Bounced off her. Samoa hand. Play continues, by the way. Great cover tackle on Wellsby. 0 tackle. England desperate to get over the here. Take advantage, and they do! Matty Ashton! Second of the game. And England surely now have a buffer.
Yeah, I think it came up a Samoan player, so that it was play on by the referee. Samoans are questioning that decision, but I'm sure he's 100% certain that's happening because he's given the try.
I'll pick the bones out of that.
Yeah, there's the knock on. There's the kick play from Wellsby, and another kick play from Wellsby, so that's play on. Picks it up. Tackled right at the desk, so we're on play on at the moment. The referee got that bit right. George Williams there. Matty Ashton will score an easier one.
That's an easy one. Nice running for him.
I'm just letting it play out, wait for the advantage and all that kind of stuff.
So Matty Ashton finishing well, and he's done that all season, hasn't he?
Well, I don't know if it was contagious. He has done that all season, and that's why he's in the England team. He's a super player and has contributed really well to Warrington's spoils this year.
Yeah, great finisher. Great taking the ball out.
But I'll tell you what happened. England were uncontrolled then, so I think they got the disease of Samoa on the offload challenge. And they did the self-same thing themselves, and it's worked out for them.
So from the open and expansive back to the control. Harry Smith with the ball on the tee. 3 from 4 so far. With a big kick. Just to keep that scoreline out of Samoa's grasp. Almost up to the hour mark.
Back on.
And Smith clears the H. And we're going to see Waiki Lewis on as John Asiata returns to the field.
Finish. But he had to be there, didn't he? You know, he was there in support when Wellsby had the opportunity. Pop pass to Williams, he scores.
Had to do the hard yards, Matty Ashton. Didn't get a full gig. And meanwhile, Waiki Lewis is on. And ripple of applause as he came on tells you that fans have really taken to him. It doesn't matter, he might be a bit of a rival at club level, but as soon as he puts that white of England on, he's out to make an impact. What are you spotted there, Brian?
I'm just wondering who they've taken off. The substitution's been made. I didn't see who came off for him.
Is it Clark? I think it is Clark, yeah.
So one of the halves will go to 9.
Stand now.
So Lewis at the moment.
Lewis,
there you go.
Yeah.
Hold. Go one.
Havard picking his way through.
And I was daring to think that they might interrupt the successful halves of Williams and Smith, but they've been great, haven't they? So Darryl Clark makes way for him.
Move now.
There was a point in that mid-season test in France, in Toulouse, where Mikey Lewis did play a bit of 9. Morgan Knowles is another player who can drop in there if required. Victor Radley, if he returns to the field. Likewise, Lewis, but this is where he might be useful. Any lazy defence, he's going to scorch, isn't he? Smith, though, on the last here for England. Fired downfield.
Give him 10, Morgan.
Samoa's turn to take up the baton.
1. Move. Hold.
So in the final quarter, and the scoreline is comfortably England's at the moment.
Move, get square. Hold this 10, hold. Goal 2.
Luai. Oh, Ponga got rocked.
Move, hands out.
Good defence again.
You come into the middle, you're going to mix it with the big boys.
4.
There's the warning.
Move together. Hold. Goal 4.
So don't forget, next week's a double header at Headingley. Women's International between England and Wales starts Saturday 11:30 AM on BBC Two, and then the men's follows. Coverage starts against Samoa, the second test of this series on BBC One from 2. Joao Skelton, meanwhile, raiding. Luai picking off the back of that. Oh, he's sending a kick forward, looking for Ponga.
Oh, Ponga, if he could have got his hands free there, two players flying up the middle. One of them, Luai, the big fella. So there's that expansion again from Samoa.
It's a great play again. He's so great on his feet, isn't he?
John Bateman. And Luciano Leilua, I think that is. Well, spiky. This Jas Tavanga getting involved. Plenty of pushing and shoving, but
England don't need this now.
Think about it. Take him away. John, walk away, please. I'll sort it.
John Bateman being urged to get out of the way. That's for sure.
Just wait. Time is off. Just wait, please.
We'll see what's happening.
Yeah, mate.
I think it's verbals, then a few pushing and shoving, and then
just get on with it now. It's not going to be a long, drawn-out conversation, is it?
My dad's heavyweight champion in the world. No, he isn't. My dad is.
Are we all good? You don't need me stepping there.
Are we all good? Yeah.
We're good? Yeah. Turn over there.
Great, mate. We're great.
John?
Best pals, if you didn't know.
OK, John, on you.
So Mikey Lewis will bring Harry Newman into the affair.
Surrender! Stand now! 1. Hold this 10. Hold, boys. All goal 1.
So fights fairly conservative from Mikey Lewis in that position. Dummy half.
Give me a step, boys.
Knowles that time slugging it forward.
Goal 2.
Meekins there. Havard will take the carry. Oh, he just sidestepped the missile.
Move! Out we come!
In for the biggest then.
I felt the wind from up here.
They were certainly hunting, weren't they? Piers Paul. Oh, a lovely offload. That's what he's known for. Lewis keeps it alive for Wellesby. This time the shoulder's buried.
John, come on. Goal 4. Well good.
Meekin.
5.
Solid carry, equally solid connection.
You big lad.
Smith hoists it.
Ethan, Morgan.
Really good chase here from England. But he wasn't spooked. Dean Mariner.
Stand.
Great chase.
Yeah, again, you know, just look at the set. Look where they're finishing.
Move up and square.
Been very, very good today.
Hold. Goal 2.
So Samoa. Scoreboard against them. Time ticking down in this first test.
Hold. Goal 3rd.
This game could flick on a switch.
4. Move back. Missed that, John.
Well, Samoa have shown enough, haven't they, when they get decent field position that they'll trouble England. England have been It's really good in and around their backfield's been super. The middles had Havard coming back on, and they look so in control.
I think if you just discipline England, they're very well organised.
Surrender! Stand one!
Yeah,
All the 10 lads.
There's a well-drilled sense, isn't there? Newman. Now the backfield here for England, or pirouettes the first one.
1-on-1, play on! 1-on-1!
Oh, steal, watch out, it's on.
Yeah, Ponga opening up here. Desperate from England, but that was crafty, wasn't it?
Hold now. Hold!
Big ball steal on Newman, wasn't it?
Yeah, 1-on-1, he's called it.
Pocket pinched.
2. Move!
Samoa move into dangerous territory. Now they've got some position to bring in those danger players. Milford. Molo with the carry.
Third. Move back here!
They have the ground, they have the territory. Milford. Turned back on the inside and wrapped up hard.
Move! Back John. Back John.
Impressive work.
You're off, Jack.
Back they'll come. Milford.
Great stuff.
Now Luai. Bloor. Dragged down just.
Move! Hit the line!
John Bateman with the legs tackle. Last one for Samoa. Back to Luai.
Still 5.
Down a bit of a cul-de-sac here, the Samoa captain. Oh, and his kick. Straight to the hands of Harry Smith, who then loses his shorts.
Cheeky performance from Smith.
We get hold. Go on.
Must be his lucky pants.
That's probably the first thing Luai in attack's done wrong, isn't it? He's got run out of options and run out of volunteers to try and get him out there with a kick.
He
couldn't execute the kick.
Still 2 back.
Because they were lateral, I think that, you know, he had no option of passing. And he was going against the grain with his left foot kick.
Well, Lewis, last year, Tonga said they didn't know too much about him, so I will no doubt have had him on the tip sheet this time. Newman to Williams. Just managed to get that pass away.
It's on.
And likewise, Farnworth tearing up the field.
5.
Last one for England. Samoa still getting back into their line. Playing the ball slowed down sufficiently. Oh, he looks in a bit of trouble here, Herbie.
Cramp.
Oh, a clever kick. Williams chasing. Oh, couldn't quite dab it. Back to himself there.
Yeah, Farnworth, they're not sure what's wrong with him. Herbie Farnworth, they're not sure he's... I think it is cramp. Still. That's unlucky, that is.
Oh, he's in the defensive line.
He's been dangerous all afternoon, hasn't he, Williams? Been in and around everything that's gone right.
Very good today. He has led from the front.
Yeah, cramp would be the obvious one, wouldn't it? He's having his leg extended.
He's a good player, he is. A very, very good player.
Well, you'd have to put him up there with one of the best centres in the world at the moment.
Yeah.
He's got with the Dolphins this year over in the NRL. And
okay, then, boys.
we should rejoice in the fact that England have a lot of world-class players.
Yeah, and they're making themselves stars, not only of our competition, but down under as well, where it is the best of the best. Top gun, isn't it, so to speak? Bloor looking for space. Luai playing off the back of that. But it's all still inside their own half, Samoa. They might make some glimpses of a break, but the territory very much against them because England's swamping.
Third. Move, John. Hold. Goal, third.
Asiata. Oh, Blaise Talangi with the pass. That time, Nanai scuttling forward. Talangi's on, there's plenty of raps about him, but Milford goes the other way. Asiata. Plenty of Super League fans will know about him.
Come on, John, find the net.
First time
Hold.
at Lee and next season Hull FC. Premiership winner with the North Queensland Cowboys. Luai runs it, passes loosely. Samoa allowed to continue here. Still, Talangi.
Well covered, Welsby.
Welsby had no problem with that.
And he stood him up, yeah, he's away.
Young, Young. They might have an option on here. Harry Newman stepped inside to offer that option.
They've worked really well together, haven't they, the back three? Very well. And even the centres, you know, Newman's in there.
Back five.
Back five have been very good.
Move now, up at square. Hold.
Must be feeling the pinch in the back play. There goes Bateman. It's all a bit sideways that time from England, but
straight out now. Hold. Goal.
Gumshield's out. He might have caught one. Knowles. Huge slug up there by England.
Move, hands out. Hold. Hold, play Matty.
Unsurprisingly, Matty Lees was the man to make that carry. Knowles, now Smith, short ball for Kai Pearce, poor.
5.
Just switching up the angles there. The variation of passes. Lewis now to Smith.
On 5.
Ashton's on his bike. Oh, he just couldn't quite, well, he could get there in the end, he just couldn't quite gather it in.
Yeah.
Samoa ball.
Samoa have been better in this second half. They looked a little bit more threatening. I think they'll, you know, they may not come over with the spoils today, but it really sets up the second game. I can't wait for the second game.
Yeah, they'll be better, won't they?
Yeah.
Looks as though he's all right. Jack Wellsby, hands just for a moment were on his knees, but he's back up, covering the backfield for England.
Goal 2.
Chance to Bango off. Gordon Chan Kum Tong is on. And Blaise Talangi on for Anthony Milford. And Talangi, if he can get his hands on the ball, he is genuine X-factor. Luai at the back to Osashek. Oh, he was almost away, but brilliant tackle. George Williams.
George Williams got him.
Good, mate. That's good.
Luai. Again, slugged up by May. He will have decent stats amongst the carriers, almost up to 100 metres. Luai to the line. Lovely hands to Osashek. Oh, they've worked it here. Skelton. He's got support. Oh, he bombs the final pass.
Why was he trying to be clever? Why was he trying to be clever there? Just needed a lovely inside pass. Square off, take the full back.
2.
Yeah, Junior Porter won't thank you for that one. Oh, and he shows his remorse.
George Williams is back there, but I think he'd have got there.
3rd.
That's a big miss, that is. That would have made it a very interesting last 10 minutes.
Yeah, bombed it.
Absolutely bombed it.
Oh, lovely ball. Young. This is the kind of space he's been seeking. Lewis! Mikey Lewis! A popular try scorer.
That's a 12-pointer.
And that is sensational from England. As you say, almost conceded at one end, punish the profligacy at the other. And this game is theirs.
Yeah, great score, England. Executed what Samoa couldn't just the second previously. So 2 examples of what you should do and what you shouldn't do. It's a great initial ball that gets Young flying down the inside and releases. Mikey Lewis is backing up like any good support player from dummy half should do. Here we go. Here's the one that get the bomb.
What's he doing? What's all that fancy stuff?
So what he's done there is give England some opportunity with the broken field, and down the shore side, Lewis, then Williams with the ball, brilliant. And then Lewis picking up from his own pass from dummy half after Dom Young goes down the sideline. But great skill from George Williams again to execute that.
I'm not sure. I think it's Wellsby, is it? Yes,
it's Wellsby. I apologise. You're right.
Pass. He's done that so many times, Wellsby. Comes in a full backs, beautiful pass, inside ball. That's what it is. We call a 12-pointer. Samoa blow it, and then they score on the other end. 2 plays later.
Great skill from Wellsby, though. He gave it to Williams because he's been skillful all day long as well. It's the kind of thing he'd do. But you have to say that Wellsby's
kind of thing he does do, but not then.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, lovely pass from Joe Wellsby, wasn't it? So kick to goal from Harry Smith. And so 32-12 could become even greater for England here.
Yeah, I think they deserve this, tally as well. They've been very good, England. They've been clinical. But I think this guy's had a lot to do with it. Very organised.
Smith. Oh, absolutely.
The half-backs have been brilliant. But on the back of a good, solid platform for the forwards.
Yeah, but you'd be real pleased if you're Sean Wayne.
Yes.
Harry Smith steps up. Lovely. I think we're getting the job done here in this first test. For Samoa, there will be another chance to strike at England. They've still got...
Well, there you go. Lewis to Wellesby with a brilliant pass to Young, who's got the awareness to see Lewis, who backed up from his initial pass from dummy half. Super play from England down the short side.
I think we have to say as well, I mean, brilliant that England have got a kind of calendar in place now. Samoa 2 tests this year, Australia next year, then a World Cup. Getting Samoa coming up here, so important for the international game. And even if, I think it also shows that, you know, England are strong, aren't they? These are no mugs.
I think it's absolutely brilliant, and it has to be the showcase. International rugby at Rugby League, you've got 2 great leagues, especially, you know, down the NRL, how big that is growing every year. And I just think that the, you know, World Cup and tours, New Zealand is strong, Australia is strong, Samoa is strong, you know, even Tonga improving with all of the boys in the NRL now. So it has to be the pinnacle of players' careers.
Go on, Changkum Tong with the pinch. And now Samoa looking to strike a couple of digs themselves here. They are close. Molo with the carry that time. Taken up by Baliapu, but it's eventually
release free.
A tackle, centre field.
Ball free.
Stooping. Changkum Tong that time.
I think you've got to give the English forwards credit as well, because they've nullified, you know, what we expected to be a big, you know, forward charge from the Samoan forwards, and it hasn't happened.
Talangi with the pass. Luai, oh, that's off character. That just shows how sapping this test has been, because they've put themselves in a bit of through a bit of workload, but England have made them work.
Well, reinforce a couple of things. The international colours massively on here. You see a very rare mistake from Jerome Luai, but the ball's out in front of him. It's a tough catch, but normally he would take those in. The international colour, I think next year it's an Ashes tour. Wow, let's get that back on the agenda, and then the World Cup the year after, so everybody's building for that. On the game here today, I think Samoa looked better when they've shaped up this second half and threatened the England line, but full credit to England. Their backfield, their back 5, as you say, have been outstanding in creating space and creating goal forward. The big blokes have done the middle, and the halves, well, have been superb.
Lewis stepping into acting half. Havard is missed out. It will be Knowles instead. One of those players that maybe he sensed could have been an NRL target. Bumpers up from Victor Radley.
Yeah, again, look at easy yardage, good yardage.
Lewis into Knowles, got it away to Smith. Oh, Piers Paul. Oh, they've offered something up here. Here goes Changkum Tong. He's got support. He's got
to dive now.
And he finishes it off for the second time in the game.
Has he got it down?
England offer the gifts, but well, Liam Moore's going to take a look at this. For me, it was a clean finish. Trial field decision, and Jack Smith will dot the I's and cross the T's.
Zero tackle, we've got a try, we're checking grounding of the ball. He's in possession, it's a legitimate tackle. It's behind the post at that point. The ball appears on that to possibly be grounded. Have we got anything else in slow? Are there any other angles of this? Slow, this one might give us a bit more. He's in possession at this point, he's going towards the line. Still in possession, and the ball is grounded on the line. I've made my decision.
Cheers, mate.
Well, it's not Halloween until next week. But a couple of times Samoa have knocked on the England door and been given a treat.
Well, they were given the opportunity by England there, released possession earlier on and a couple of intercepts, but they're being encouraged, Samoa. They're the travelling team, they're the touring team. England will be disappointed with the tries they've conceded. One was an intercept in the first half, and here we see the drop ball.
There's the kick, yeah. Okay.
So players back to the middle. That's the kick. Unable, well, and the score up to 18, 34-18 then, and the Betfred player of the match in this one, England-Samoa. Who is it?
Well, you know, Radley's been brilliant, Harry Smith has been brilliant, you know, you could pick anyone from the England players, but for us here, the ABK beer, player of the match is George Williams, that player there. He has been absolutely brilliant.
There we go, George Williams. And the right sponsor as well.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jiffy.
Bedford will be happy though, don't worry.
But the betting outlets are available.
Well, of course. George Williams even got a try assist, which wasn't his.
Up and square. All lads, hold, go on.
Taken up by May.
2. Move, hands out. Hold, Matty, hold.
Matty Paul.
Go 2.
Making the tackle that time. May with another carry.
Move down. Give me a step. Hold. Go 3rd.
Luai. Tuivasa-Sheck drifting.
Kept him quiet, haven't they? They've kept him quiet today.
Hold Ethan.
Tuivasa-Sheck is a dangerous runner. They've kept him quiet.
Gone 10.
Blow. Flash from...
Also, not seen much of Nana as well, have we?
Hold!
I thought first half he had a bit of an impact, but I don't know whether that...
I'll do you.
Oh, it's struck cold by Ponga.
Fixed stand over.
That's frustration just creeping in for Samoa, and maybe a bit of fatigue as well.
Oh. Sorry, John.
Pangana will have learned a lot from his team, and there's a wider picture, isn't there? We were talking about the international calendar and what's to come.
Building for the World Cup is massively important for both teams. I think what we've seen is that England are strong at international level.
Yeah.
And for me, that playing Samoa and Tonga is the hors d'oeuvre, if you like. Australia, New Zealand, certainly the Ashes series next year, be fantastic. So, and I've seen enough in the England team, and
Terrell May and Matty Lees have had the strangest of set twos there. He just wouldn't let him go, Terrell May.
Like something from WWF, wasn't it?
John Bateman having a little bit of a spat too. Jeremiah Nanai's got a big smile on his face. I think there is a little bit of incredulousness to both teams in a way about it. Oh, it really is going off here. Blaise Talangi and Kai Pierce-Paul. It's breaking out. There are multiple scuffles. It's hard to keep your eye on them all.
Let go. Let go.
Well, this game has been competitive, but it's now really blowing up.
It is.
Take him away. Boys, Tyrrell, take him away.
Take him away.
Take him who?
Blow the whistle.
Where do you start?
That was referee when they used to say that.
Sean Wayne enjoyed it anyway, didn't he? Sean Wayne certainly enjoyed it. And now everyone's just patting each other on the back.
Not a punch throw.
78 minutes into the game, they've got the energy to do that.
Couple of yellow cards.
Yeah, okay,
couple of pointless yellow cards, no?
Yeah. Boys, just take him over there, please. Lads, just take him over there, please. Let us sort it.
So Matty Lees with the initial tough carry, but
over there.
Terrell May's done exactly the same thing all game, and this is just an odd scenario, really.
What's he think is going to... What's he going to get out of that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Farcical.
Okay, mate.
Isaac Bango still on the pitch, which is good to see, but...
There's a minute and 4 seconds left. Just restart the game, and that's it.
Yeah, so Lees and...
This is, let's crack on.
Yeah.
It's Talangi and Harry Smith. I mean, you know, it's like a Royal Rumble, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was like the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, I haven't seen one punch thrown just yet.
Chan Kum Tong lets a little strap, mate.
Yeah, he set the tone, didn't he, in the Civital? And that was it from there on.
The incident's been reviewed.
Let's see this. Listen to what he says.
Pushing and shoving from both teams of players running in, right? Nothing that warrants anything further than that. Now, you've got a big game next week, haven't you? Now, you've got 1 minute to go with this game. I'm going to set up a penalty. The penalty's against me. I'm going to trust you as captains to speak to your boys now and calm this down for last minute now. Don't want to wristbands, do you, next week? So get the message to your boys. 1 minute to go, discipline. So go and speak to your boys, go and speak to your boys there. Good chat. Go and speak to your boys. I'll give you 30 seconds, then we start with the penalty. Calm me down, okay?
It doesn't look like there's an awful lot of messages being passed on there, does it? But
yeah,
there we go.
No, both of you. It was on the floor, mate. Penalties here. Just keep the discipline now. Don't release him on the floor.
What's it for? Great. One of the great questions of this test match.
You can go for the two, boys, if you want.
One of the 26 has been some vigorous pushing.
So Mikey Lewis.
Nasty faces. Nasty faces and pushing.
Discipline now. No bands next week, dear.
Or near to Halloween.
You've come a long way, you don't want bands next week.
Yeah, that's right. They're starting to fly in now, just watch out.
Discipline now, boys.
Can we stop this from boiling over in the last 50 seconds or so? Just under.
Hands out! Out we come,
England
boys.
have got the job done, though. That's the key.
Hold Tyrrell. Go on. You're good there, mate. Nice and disciplined.
Taken in by Havard.
2. Move!
Mikey Lewis
boys.
poised.
Keep the discipline. Keep the discipline.
England.
Goal 2.
Middle of the post, another try just to finish. Oh, the little kick forward. Williams is chasing. Luai will run it dead. And that will just about be it, I dare say.
Well, yeah, look at him. Tavazacek's first man in the defensive line, so clever play. But he's got it there, isn't he?
Yeah, Luai took really well. He's been good today, Luai.
So England have got the job done in this first test. 34 points to 18. Samoa have been beaten. A proper test match that Samoa maybe took a little while to get into, but that was as much about how well England started. They got the job done. They're off to the flyer, and it's poised for a great second test ahead only next week.
Thoroughly enjoyable game. Good from England. Spats from Samoa. Can't wait for next week.
Yeah, wrapped up perfectly, isn't it? And these two sides will meet again at Headingley. And what a game. What a first test. England professional. England ruthless. England thorough. And England have the points. And Robbie Hunter-Paul is with Herbie Farmouth.
Herbie, how was that?
Yeah, it was good. Good to play back in England in front of family. So a couple of family and friends made the trip, and it's nice to play, obviously, in front of them. So loved it.
Was it as physical as it looked?
Yeah, it certainly was physical, especially towards the end. It started to get real tasty, didn't it? So luckily I was off by then.
They didn't go away, though, did they, Samoa?
No, they're a quality side. Got a very, very talented team, and we knew they were going to stick with us the whole game, and that's what they did. And disappointed with some of the tries we let in towards the end, but obviously a win's a win.
A very structured play by you guys. Was the game plan for the outside backs to come and take a lot of weight off the workload for the forwards?
Yeah, for sure. We've got a really, really fit pack, so we'll have to front load in D, and then us centres and wingers come in and take the carries and yardage. So stuck to the game plan and obviously got the win.
You must be looking forward to the second and final test next week.
Yeah, definitely am, but just going to enjoy this win. They don't come around too often, and love playing for my country, so a win in England close is always a special moment.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thanks so much.
George Williams is with us, the England captain and player of the match. A nice bit of glassware to add to the mantelpiece, George. Revenge of sorts after the World Cup semi-final. What did you make of it?
Yeah, I think it was a good game. I think credit to Samoa the second half where they threw the ball about and really tested us. We threw 2 intercept tries that we'll not be happy with, and it just gives us something to work on next week. We'll review it, and yeah, the most pleasing thing is we won, and that's what we came here to do. So yeah, even though we won, we'll, as you know, Sean Wayne he'll have us reviewing that game and wanting to get better. So yeah, pleasing win.
There looks like there's going to be a real edge to this series. A couple of bust-ups and the way that Mikey Lewis went head-to-head for the Civitao.
Yeah, it's good. That's what we play the game for. We want it to be physical. We know Samoa are a physical side, and that's what you're seeing. So yeah, it'll be the same next week, and we'll be ready for it.
Well done, George.
Cheers, thank you.
That looked like